We're got it.
All
Oh, there
right,
we go.
everybody. Happy Sunday. Big waves to you. Good to see you. Oh, man. All right. Continue to let your team know where where the call is. Let them know. I'm going to do the gallery view where I can see everybody. Welcome, everybody, and Happy New Year. Happy 2026. Oh, my gosh. Good to see you. Good to see you on. So, we're going to hear from a few people tonight, but I want to share with everybody why. Why did I want to do this call on a Sunday? And, you know, I've had calls today. It's like I'm coming back from church and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. So, you know, you feel free over in my page. It will be, it's probably streaming live right now for all those churchgoers, and we're happy that they're at church, headed back. I had a good service today myself. So, um, but we're here and we're kicking off 2026. And there's some things that I want to make sure that you are fully communicated with. And we've got a lot of exciting things going on in 2026. And I'll tell you what my prayer is I've been doing a lot of calls over the last couple of days with just different teams. I've done calls with teams of 5 people. I've done calls with teams of 100 people or more, and it's been exciting. It's been exciting. This is the fun time of year for me because I believe that the entrepreneurs of the world they evaluate the previous year, but then they kind of kick everything under the table and they focus on the goals for the new year. And so it's always an exciting time for me because it's like, okay, let's celebrate what I've been able to do, but then let's also celebrate the fact that the good Lord has given me a new year with new goals, new dreams, new things to go after. And so I hope we're all, no matter how old we are, we're still out there dreaming and wanting to thrive, not survive. So 2026 is here. And I got a couple of things that I want to go over with you. So we're going to bounce back and forth, okay, from some slides. We built a slide deck. Andrea Rosser, thank you so much for doing that. Um, Always serving. But I want to communicate some things with you, and then hopefully I've got some things for you to take away for you and your team. No matter how large it is, it's like I got some things for you to take away tonight. So the first thing I want you to take away is tomorrow starts the Body Balance Challenge, okay? And if you do not know how to register or you do not, let me say this about the company. So I was on the phone this week multiple times with our America executives. We have a record amount of customers, the biggest amount of customers ever in Partner Co's short little history. We've had the biggest amount of customers on the Body Balance Challenge. So I just want to challenge you. It's not too late. Go talk to your customers. Go have those phone conversations. Go help them get your ID, get your name, get entered into the registration, but you yourself get registered, right? Let's all grab a hold of this. Let's all lock arms and let's all commit, right, to the transformation challenge. No matter if you're at your goal weight or not, go challenge yourself to do something else. And I want to share with you. So that is it right there. Okay. How to register, take a screenshot of it. We'll actually maybe, I don't, we'll post this over the deck where you guys have got the deck as well. So the next slide that I want to show you is with the Transformation Challenge, and I got to give a big shout out to Dr. Crystal Vance and Kristen White for partnering with our scientific advisory board and doing calls, scheduled calls throughout. So if you go to the Facebook page, you will see these calls, okay? Join the Facebook group. That way you can be immersed. You know what's going on throughout the challenge. And let me tell you, it's the first year that we will be giving away to a grand prize winner a Maui trip for two. Okay. So this is going to be super exciting to see who all wins this, what all goes on with the transformation challenge. But I think the most important thing is we take an active role in it, right? Everybody on the Zoom tonight take an active role in it. So I challenge you to do that. Starts tomorrow. Okay. So now I'm going to zero out just a minute. I want to see everybody real quick. So I'm going to go back and forth. And I want to tell you, and I tell you this not to brag. I tell you this to say, you know, I've been doing this industry for a long time at a pretty fast pace. Um, and but you know what? We have ups and downs. So I want to tell you about my transformation down. Okay. Everybody, we see the transformation pictures and we see all this you know, um, it's really fun to celebrate the swing of positive, right? It's like, oh my gosh, look at you and look at you now. Have you ever had those moments, maybe put a one in the comment, where you felt good about yourself and then you let yourself slip? Surely not. Like the ice cream was just going down pretty good. There's a lot of European vacations. Went over to Japan a couple of times. Woo, everything's going good. And then you're like, wow, my jeans are fitting tighter. Those shirts don't look like they should. So I want to tell you guys, I went to Bali. I'm joking with myself, okay? I went to Bali this year, had an amazing trip. But I just realized I knew on the trip, like you can see in the pictures, I'd put on weight. I mean, just from all the travel. I enjoy eating. That's just reality. And so I recommitted myself couple of months ago, and I was 211 pounds. And I'm just turned 50 in October. And I'm like, I really want to get really, really proud of where I'm at. I want to get healthy. I got these products. I know how to do it. That's a massive skill when you know how to do it, then you can take it back off. So I started taking these things, right? It's crazy, right? I started taking these things serious again, right? I started getting serious about it. I was 211. I share this story with you because maybe you find yourself there. And that was at the week after my birthday, which October 23rd is my birthday. Just so everybody knows I'll give you an address where gifts go next year. But so I was there, and a week after my birthday, I weighed in at 211. Today, because of these beauties and being serious about what I was doing, I weighed in this morning at 193. Now, you can do the math. So, and I'm not done. And so I'm going to register for the transformation challenge and I'm going to participate. And so my challenge to you is don't be at the company, be in it. We got a lot of people at the company. Like, guys, I literally have thousands and thousands and thousands of people on my team. Like, a lot of people. So there's a lot of people at Partner Co, but are they in it? Are they immersed? Are they taking it on? Are they just trying to get their customers in? Are they just trying to get their team involved? I challenge you, no matter how big, no small, no matter how much you got to lose or don't need to lose, take part in it just for the sake of being immersed in Partner Co. Does that make sense? Put a five in the comment if you're committed and you're like, I'll do it. I'll commit to the challenge. I'm being honest with you guys. There's been years I haven't committed. I haven't put my picture. Okay. But I'll put a five in. I will put my picture and I will do the challenge. Okay. So I'm going to be in it, not at it. Okay. So that's the first thing. I just wanted to have that talk with all of you. And um, is there anybody on here tonight, just before we move on, because I want to I want to move slowly. If you've got to jump, you've got to jump. But I really want to talk to you tonight. Um, Anybody that really took advantage of the challenge in the past, the last our short little career, that it really propelled you, like it really changed you. I know we've had some amazing transformations on here, but I mean, is there anybody on here? I know we do. I see Connie. Hey, Connie, if we can unmute Connie, Andrea, do you see Connie? Beth's got her hand raised. If we can unmute one of them, I would love. I just want to know, and I know we only have just a minute because I want to keep the call tight, but I do want to hear Beth Johnson.
I'm unmuted now, Brent.
Okay, Connie, awesome, awesome, awesome. Maybe we can pull Beth up in just a minute, but Connie, thank you. And I actually was on a team call with Connie just yesterday at like 8 in the morning. Okay. I promise I'll do team calls with your teams. All you got to do is ask.
I have two on my calendar, just so you know.
And she's got two events on her calendar. Imagine that. It's amazing what, oh, I love it. So, Connie, tell me what the challenge, just if you can, just really quick, and thank you for being willing to jump on. And Happy New Year to you, lady. What did taking being in the challenge actually do for you?
It actually helped me to relate with my customers because we did it together. And the theme with Partner Co with being better together, I was right down there with them. Today on my page, I started posting recipes that are going to be plan compliant. And I'm like, for the next 28 days, I'm going to have some kind of recipe. So and
That
it's made my husband and I more accountable every day.
Oh, I love that. Accountability. Connie, tell everybody what you do for a living. I think it's important that we know our people, right? I know what Connie does, but tell everybody, because Connie, you have a great job, you have a great career, you make a great income. Tell everybody what you do.
I'm a nurse practitioner, but I tell everybody, despite, and I work for a very large healthcare organization, and I've been counseled on it being a conflict of interest. But it has made me Partner Co. And I tell everybody, Partner Co. has made me a better healthcare provider because most people do not have a single nutrition class, which is crazy going to be in medicine, whether it's nurse practitioner or physician. And so, yes, this company, hands down, has made me a better healthcare provider.
Connie, I love it. One last question, really quick. So we had this team call yesterday with you and your team. Once you got off the call, you said, and you don't have to talk about the commitment. That's not the reason right now, but you were like, I got my why. I got my why.
Oh, don't
And
make me
you,
cry, Brent.
yeah, and you immediately, because I'm going to talk about tonight a little bit about that, about just what I shared. But I want to ask you this. What did it cause you to do once you realized why you're going after this in 2026? What did it cause you to do yesterday?
Uh, Pick up the phone, text people, and I had a meeting today, and I've got another one scheduled for Wednesday.
And you've got an event on your calendar, like you're setting the calendar. We're going to talk
Oh,
about that in a
yes,
minute. Just
yes.
that's amazing, amazing. Connie, thanks for sharing. I just wanted to bring you up. Beth, I don't know if Beth Johnson is here really quick. Thank you, Connie. Love you, lady, and excited to run into 2026 with you. Is Beth there? I don't know if Beth was driving. So, okay. If we can get her, we will. Beth's had an amazing transformation. Great. Beth is a great friend of Dr. Crystal Vance. And again, you need to know your people, right? I'm proud to say I really I learn my people. You know, Beth is a school teacher, elementary school teacher, and she had a tremendous transformation. and she took it serious. She took these things serious. So again, if you're committed to registering for this challenge, put
Hey
a five in the
Brent, I'm
comment.
here.
All right, Beth, tell us really quick. Tell us really quick, lady, what did the challenge mean to you? What happened on it?
For me, I love a really good challenge. I think it helps break things down for me and it's not so overwhelming. Um, as I figured out, I'm kind of a social bug, so having people to do it with. Um, I did that challenge that was 2 months and I was so close to winning it. Nate beat me by 2 pounds. I had lost 32 pounds that challenge and he lost
Woo!
34. But it gave me enough momentum that I went on to lose 60 pounds through that session. So, having been sick this year and I gave in and took steroids, I got a little more extra goodness back. So, this challenge is at such a perfect time to get me going. I think for the business, it helps that people are seeing me on my journey, that it isn't overnight, but they do see the results. And so I'm ready to use this to boost my business as well as my health, to get everybody going again. So I'm like super excited. I love a good challenge, but that personal.
We're losing you, Beth. We love you and we're excited for you to go into this challenge. I know you're driving down the road, so thanks for sharing, being willing to share because I know it's unscripted. So, listen, guys, here's the thing. Call tomorrow night, the company call, be on there, okay? There's going to be multiple reasons to be on there, but also let's be like Beth and Connie. Like, let's immerse in this challenge. This is the call tomorrow. Our very own Miss Summer Simons, Miss CEO. I'm not going to steal her thunder. She started a challenge just a few days ago that maybe one day she'll share with you. But I already talked to her today and just how she feels being a part of something, doing something. And so she's going to be on tomorrow night talking about how she's kicking off the new year, what she's doing, what she's implementing. And so excited about that. And there's going to be some special announcements tomorrow night on the Monday night call. So you don't want to miss it and you don't want to miss building for your team to be on. Okay. Now I want to scroll back out just a minute or go back out where I can see everybody. So I want to talk to you because as we're going in to the new year, okay, one of the biggest things you can do is, and I'm going to use Demara for an example. One of the biggest things you can do is set yourself and go, okay, here's my play book for my daily action. Okay. And I'm going to coach you tonight on how you can go make 2026 your year. Okay. Now you got to have a desire, you got to have a want to, you got to have a reason. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But one of the things is recommitting to the system of growth. So I want to tell you a story really quick. And he's on, so he knows this, but I'm going to say it really fast. So I was at my gym just the other day, and because I got goals, and I was in the sauna, and there was a gentleman sitting beside me in the sauna, and he starts talking. Now, my daughter was in there with me, okay? My daughter stopped by, so she like came in there fully clothed just for a second, and it was too hot for her. But I'd been talking to her about being like Mackenzie, like the way you relate to people, the way you connect with people is first you got to connect, then you got to be curious, and then you got to compliment them. And so this gentleman, I just connected with him, and then he starts talking, and he's from Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. Now, there's a reason I'm telling you this. And so, as I'm connecting and as I'm curious about what he's doing, he travels the world. He's retired Air Force. starts talking to me about being in Canada at the CN Tower. I was just there, but I didn't go off on me being there. I just listened to him. I started complimenting him. And then I said, just out of curiosity, do you know Alan Schultz? He's a buddy of mine. He lives in Lawrenceburg. And the guy said, oh my gosh, I do know Alan. Alan's had a crazy transformation. He sells these drops. And we started talking. And then I called Alan right as I left. I said, hey, Alan, here's a guy's name right here. You need to reach out to him. And Alan has already reached out to him. My point being, passive recruiting, the 2 posts a day, you never know. I promise you, for the ones, and there's somebody on this call that has slowed down posting twice a day, you're missing out on someone watching you. Okay? So I would recommit to that. That's my whole point. I would recommit to the system of growth going into the new year. Why? Because people's making New Year's resolutions. People are watching. People are curious. Okay? So I call that the passive part. You never know who's watching. But then I'll tell you another part. There's this active part. And you've heard me possibly talk about this before. But you've heard me talk about like all these customers you've collected, all these people that you come in contact with on a daily basis. Beth Johnson's a teacher. All those teachers down her hallway, her principal, the people at the board, the people in the other school. If you're a banker, all those other people in there, like the world, it's 8.2 billion people in this world. Don't say we're out of people to talk to. There, if you really want the pixie dust of the industry, you will do the system of growth. You will get more people on your Facebook, but then you'll kick off 2026 by actively pursuing, actively recruiting. You will do both. And so during the holidays, we've been working on something for each of you. Okay? And so I thought to myself, and I took this to Andrea Rosser, and Andrea helped bring it to life. Okay? And I was like, what if we had a link for everybody? What if we had a link to where you could literally, here's the reach out. I'm going to use Haley, okay? This is being recorded. You can watch this. I call Haley up. That's actively recruiting. Haley, I thought about you last night. Listen, our company, I know you know about it. I know we've talked about it. But our company is expanding crazy like crazy. And we have not tapped into the market there. And I could show you how. If I were to send you a link, will you take time to watch it and I will follow up with you? It might not be for you, or it could be just exactly the perfect timing. I would love for you to take a look at it. Will you take a look at the link? Just be casual, be open. Practice it. Practice it with your spouse. Practice it with somebody in your business. Practice that reach out. Okay? And then here's a new link for you. Here is a new tool for you that Andrea has been working on through the holidays. Thank you, Andrea, for this. We're going to show it to you now. So, Andrea, you can unmute and maybe you walk everybody through it, please.
Yes, super excited. Hold on, I've got to optimize my sound, which I did not do last time. So give me 1 second. So can you see this with Partner Co on
I
here?
can,
All right,
absolutely.
guys. So just
So this is
imagine.
it. This is the embedded link. So you'll get the link. We'll give that to you in the comments.
And just imagine, this is what I picture here, and I love that Coach came up with it. for us. So when you're having that quick conversation with somebody and you don't quite know what to say, like think about all the people that we bump into, and we kind of do one of two things. Either we don't know what to say, so we don't say anything, or sometimes maybe even worse, we don't know what to say, so we say everything, right? Have you ever been there where you just go "Brrr," and you share too much information? This puts everything that a prospect needs to know in one spot so they can check us out and possibly choose to join us. So um, I'll scroll through it really quick, and then is it okay if I go back and push play in the video?
Absolutely.
Okay, so you'll see future of partnership marketing. We've got our very own leader here sharing who is PartnerCo and why somebody might want to jump in with us. We have a corporate video that we're working on here that who is the bigger picture, who is our company. It's going to give some writing too, because some people like to watch videos, some people like to read. So it's going to kind of repeat itself in here depending on how they appreciate learning about new things. What do we do? Broken down so simply. What are our products? Just focusing on the basics that we're creating solutions that last, not going into too much detail, not going into the weeds, but letting them know that what we have is really amazing, that we are different. What makes PartnerCo so different? How do we make money here? And then who is it for and how do they get started? So it's so simple. We also have embedded in here some success stories. Coach, let me know if you want me to click on that and open that
Yeah,
up.
please do click on it. And
Okay.
we highlighted, obviously we could highlight all of you, right? But we just went through, we highlighted, told a little bit of a background of each.
So there's a few in here. Obviously, we can change and add and do all things, but we picked people, men, women, different walks of life, different ages, so that it could be very attractive to a variety of different people that we're talking to every single day. And then when they're ready, it points them back to you. So if you're ready to start, go ahead and go back to the person, get back to the person that shared this with you and let them know that you are ready.
So imagine, and then Andrew, you go ahead and play the video. Both videos are super short. Like we're talking 3 minutes and 31 seconds here. And I'm basically saying in the video what the text is saying, who we are, what we do, how do you get started, all that stuff. Hey, I'm Coach Brent Palmer. Before I built full time, I was a high school football coach here in the U.S. And for the last 15 years, I've been building in this industry, leading teams, mentoring people, and teaching simple systems that actually work. So if you're watching this, it's because someone you trust sees potential in you. They believe you could be a great fit, maybe as a customer, maybe as a business partner. Give me 4 minutes. I'll explain who we are, what we do, and how it works. We're partnered with a global. Just wanted to give you a little snippet of that. But notice how it stays on the page. It doesn't leave the page. It stays right there. It's really tight. And then we go into the company of just a very short 2 minutes and 49 seconds, but it stays on the page. So it's not jumping your prospect around. It's just right there for them. And then it lays out the same thing in text. Okay. So it's very concise. But let me say this right here in the month of January with what the company is putting together, and you will see it all throughout the month of January. It is the best time to reach out to people. I call it connect, be curious, compliment. So if I call Haley Lee, she's a prospect. I'm like, hey, Haley Lee, how's the new year treating you? How's the kids? Haley starts talking, and I'm just curious about what she's talking about. And then anything that she talks about, I'm going to compliment her. You know, she's talking about her dog that she got at Christmas. I'm like, oh my gosh, I wanted a dog at Christmas, right? Like we're just complimenting. And then I'm going to switch gears and go, Haley, the reason I called, I was thinking about you because of what our company is doing. Like I know you know what I do, but let me tell you, where you live in that region, you could sit on top. Everybody wants to be on top, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody wants to be at the beginning. So put them there in their mind. Sell them on the fact that they're at the beginning because they are. You think there's anybody in Toronto, Canada? No, they're at the beginning. I'm starting a new line of business. That's the beginning, right? You always have a beginning here. I've been doing this forever. Don't think I ever recruit somebody and like, hey, just so you know, you're like number, 48,050. No one wants to be, even though they can go make $1 million being at the bottom, they don't want to hear that. They want to be at the top. They want to be at something new. Position it that way. And then say, if I were to send you a link, I just want you to take time, just look it over, and then I'll get back with you. I want to follow back up with you. And then when I follow back up, what did you like most about what you see? What did you like most about what you saw in that? And then stop talking. Let them talk. And then compliment. Be curious. And then set an appointment with a 3-way call or with a 2x2 or getting them on a Zoom. Connect, connect, connect. You've got all these customers. You got all these people that circle around you all day long. If you don't know, guess what? Pull out a memory jogger. Go Google memory jogger. Okay, I could have got you one here tonight, but listen, we live in a world where AI is there, it's real, and Google's real. Go Google memory jogger. It'll jog your memory of all kinds of people. Why is that so important right now? Guys, times are hard. So New Year's Eve, I cooked steaks. Todd Rowland actually said this the other day. I did it myself. Steaks. I think it was like maybe, I don't know, 8 maybe. It was over $400. Now, great. They were great, big, thick steaks. But I want to tell you, I'm going to the grocery store right now. You buy 4 bags of groceries, you spend $200. It's tough. My circle of influence has always been educators, teachers, coaches. I hear them talking. I hear them complaining. And we have a solution. Put this in front of them. Put the tool in front of them. Let me ask you a question right here. Before we move on, give me a 4 in the comment, just because I want to see, I want to have feedback. Give me a 4 in the comment if you could send this link, if you could connect. We're going to talk later how important it is to do that coming out of the gate in 2026. We've got a lot of 4s. Let me tell you, I would set a goal, like I'm going, like breathe it into the existence. I'm going to build a new leg. I'm going to build a new income position. I'm going to build a new piece of business. I'm going to put a group of people at the top. Like breathe that into existence. And the person that connects and puts this link and then sets an appointment is going to win. You're going to win. Okay? And that's why this was here. That's why this tool is there for you. Okay. We're going to talk more about that in just a minute. So I want to move to the next thing. Partner Co Connect in Destin, Florida. I want to talk to you really quick about that. So this will sell out. I don't know what we're sitting at now, probably somewhere around 80% capacity. We don't have the info yet, okay? And this won't be for everybody. But 2 days prior to this event, I have agreed with Todd Rowland to put on a 2-day workshop. 2 days prior to this will be for, it will sell out. There will be limited seats. So it will be Wednesday, Thursday. I know there's people that can't come. I know there's people that have jobs. Okay. But I also know there's people that will get themselves in the room. Here's what this will be. It will be the true how to. Like if we're designing if you really were to put us in a room for 2 days and go, how have you done it? How have you seen others do it? What is the pixie dust? That's what this will be centered around. Okay. And there will be more details to follow on that. But I would just say this about Destin. I've watched leaders be made there. I've watched it be an amazing event. It's one of those things, it's a commitment. It's not the easiest place to travel to, but it is definitely an investment into a person's future that's serious about really doing something big here. Okay. And that's all I would tell you about Destin. I mean, it's not like we're scared it's not going to sell out. It will sell out, and that event will sell out. So just kind of prepare yourself. If you had the ability to be there where you could be at an event Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it's 4 days. It's going to be intense, but it would be highly worth it. Okay. So, um, and I just think about, I see Haley on here, Sheila, Michelle McKay. I think about the event they came to in February of 2024 and left that and then went, and I don't know, thousands of people came in after that point. Okay. I could lean into, I know Dr. Crystal and others that brought in with Tara Stewart, a big group that grew. Tracy Mazeroski, I see you on, you were a part of that. Like the Destiny event definitely is a jump, right? Julie Park, first time I ever met her, like she grabbed, was like, I see the vision, and then grabbed out of the Connect event and went and ran a six-figure business that year, and is here today playing strong. It's where Brenda Carlton came from, right? Right, Brenda? I mean, it is a very unique event and special. So highly recommend get there. Okay, I'm gonna pan back out. Guys, I have something for you tonight. Okay. Here's what I would recommend. Build for the corporate event tomorrow night. There's going to be announcements there, but there's also going to be announcements throughout January. Okay. And it's going to be focused on bringing new to the table for you. Okay. So I would go ahead and get my mind centered around I am over the next 90 days, I'm going to bring in a new group. Recruiting takes a mindset, it takes getting focused around it. Okay. And that's what I've spent my time over the last few weeks getting focused around the new growth, the new team, the new reach outs, because it takes energy, it takes work, it takes stealing time away from your day, right? And scheduling it. So I want to bring on somebody really quick because I want you to hear from her. Um, Tammy Motley Melchizedek, are you on? Can I highlight you? And I know you're there with Julie Park. I don't know if she's there right now with you. Is she there with you
She
too?
is. Yeah, she's in the other side of the lobby.
If we can highlight Julie too, just because before I say something to Tammy, I want to ask Julie a question. Might
She
take
has
just a
to be
second.
on.
Okay,
There she
that's
is.
perfect. That's perfect. So, Julie, I had a quick question for you that just came up in my mind. So,
Mhm,
we were talking about the Connect event in Destin, Florida.
mhm,
Can you
mhm.
share what that event like did for you? First of all, preface it. It was very
Mhm.
inconvenient. She had a trip like she was going to a concert. So it just like right life. And then
Yeah,
and then you made a
right.
decision.
Yeah,
You made a decision. What did
absolutely.
Destin do?
Okay, so I came into the business, really came in at the beginning of January of 24. And it was straight out the gate and it was super busy. And but I already had planned my life. Like this was, Dustin came up in February. So I already had my life planned. I had events going on and it was important. I had really important things to do. But Tammy, in her great wisdom, really encouraged me to take the time to do this. And she's like, you just got to go, you know? And normally if it's not a local event, like a smaller connect, and it's a hardship, right? Sometimes it could be a financial hardship. Well, then we understand that. But she's like, Julie, this event is the one to go to. So I told her, I gave her all the excuses and they were valid, but I had it in my gut. I really got to go to this one. So I go and attend. And first of all, I'm like, all right, okay, this is good. I mean, I listened to the product information. But it was really when I started meeting the people, understanding, what we had, the special thing that we had here. By the end of the day, right? The day 3, I think it was. That's when I went up and I grabbed you and I was like, I got the vision. Like, I want this. Before it was like, oh, I'm just riding the wave of the success of, doing the drops and whatever. I didn't know what I was doing. And I was really riding the wave. This time I got on the vessel and I wanted control. Like, I wanted to be like, really be involved. Right. So it got into my heart. I tell everybody, make every effort to get to the Destin event. It's actually my more favorite one than PXP because it's more intimate. You get a lot of really hands-on training. The workshops are amazing. It's just outstanding. So yes, absolutely. It absolutely changed my life, changed my vision, grabbed me by the horns. And I haven't stopped since.
And I saw it. I saw the light switch, and you'll see it
Yeah,
on your team. Like you get
absolutely.
your team to this event. It might not be everybody that it turns on, but you're
Mhm.
like, I see it in somebody's
I
eyes.
see it.
Something shifted. Something
Yep.
shifted. And I saw it, and Tammy saw it in Julie, and obviously she went on that year. It's not an income claim. She went on to create over 6 figures from,
Yep.
from that and from a lot of hard work, right? Like, make no
Yes.
doubt about it. And so, in speaking of that, and maybe we just keep you on camera if you're okay with that, Julie, because I want
Yeah.
to bring on Tammy because they're in parks, they're in Utah right now, and but they're not there like they're there preparing, they're there strategizing, they're there thinking and making notes today, and
Mhm.
Tammy, you're somebody that year in and year out, like. You know, I've seen like 1 year wonders come into this industry. Like they come in, they have a good year, and you're like, where'd they go? Like they're out of here. I've
Yep.
been working this with Tammy for 15 years, and I've watched her have good years. Do you think, let me ask this question first before I bring Tammy. Do you think teachers have good years and bad years? Surely not. You
Yes.
mean to tell me teachers every year is not just a great year? You think they ever have a bad classroom, a bad group of like, wow, where'd those kids come from? Like, of course. So guess what? We're in a profession. You have good years, you have stagnant years, you have some down years. So for 15 years, I've worked with Tammy Motley Melchizedek. She is a documented $1 million earner in the industry, has elevated to the high ranks, has been on the reward trips. I say that like she's a servant of community. Like I watch her. Everybody's like, why does Tammy always recruit people? I'm like, go look at her Facebook. She is doing a birthday party or something for the community like she's just a hostess. Like she really connects and sees people. But what I know is sometimes you coach players and you wonder if they're going to be in the locker room. You're like, I don't know if they'll show up to play.
Mhm.
And then there's some players that just show up. You're like, they're always there. They're just there. Like Tammy's that. She's a constant as far as just, I'm never like, I wonder if Tammy's there. I wonder if yeah, she's going through this too. But she's always
Sure.
going into the new year preparing, getting the team together, doing this. So I wanted her to come on tonight with her expertise, her wisdom, and Julie's been there with her working. Tammy, what do y'all have coming into January, and what would you tell everybody tonight before we go into this checklist for everybody?
Wow, Brent. First of all, thank you for being the consistent leader that you are. You and Angie are just awesome. And it has been an honor to work with you, Brent, all these years. And I think early on, really at the very beginning, I remember Julie saying to me, well, what if this doesn't work? I mean, what would you do? I said, I'll go wherever Brent Palmer goes. And she said, why would you do that? I said, stick around, you'll find out why. And she did, because you are truly the most consistent and persistent and integrity driven leader. And I am I have deep gratitude. You have deep gratitude for Brett Palmer. Put a one in the chat. I mean, what he puts together for us, all the systems, all the structures, all the ideas, it's endless what comes out of him, all the different
Mhm.
activities that he gives us. That is a sign of an incredible leader, that they aren't waiting for someone else to do it. They are stepping forward and doing it themselves. They are finding the initiative. They're looking for ways of building their businesses. And Bren is a really beautiful example of that. And I think we can look at why he's doing this Zoom right now is because this is a very pivotal moment for you. And if you're serious about your business, I want you to listen carefully. This is huge. If you can grab this, if you can get your head around it, if you can get your heart around it, this business will change the trajectory of your family's finances. If you want that for your family, put a two in the chat. If you want a true change, not just 500 bucks or 600 bucks, although the 500 and 600 is great. I mean, really dig deep into your heart and spirit and say, what do I really want? Like, that's why we do these dream casting, these dream boards, these vision boards. It's to give us a picture of why we do what we do. So when I started in this business, I needed $800 to buy four tires. And I will never forget, and please hear me in this. Yes, I've made millions of dollars in this, and I'm so grateful. But I never, ever forget why I started this business. I mean, it burns in me like a fire. And if anyone's around me, they know it's true. I see the most brand new person. I look right at me and they say, I just need $200 this week to get groceries. And I'm like, I get you and I'm going to help you do that. And it burns so deep inside of me because I never forget what that was like, needing that extra income. And so dig deep into that and then be the person that never forgets their story, stays humble and teachable, right? No matter how much money we make, no matter how many times we're on the stage, no matter all of that, it's great, wonderful, and good. But stay humble. Understand this is a gift you've been given, this business. It can come and it can go. I've seen people have massive businesses. So have you, Brent, in this world of network marketing, and their ego got involved and they got offended and all kinds of other things, where all of a sudden we don't see them anymore because they let themselves get in the way of what they actually really wanted. So hear me in this. Get really solid on your why. Dig deep. Feel okay with simple beginnings. You're going to be bad before you're good, and you're going to be good before you're great. Be okay with that. And then I want you to, yes, post 9 and 3 every day. But this has been something I've been talking to Brett about probably for the last year, and Julie and several of other people. But we were talking about this with some people on our team. I said the thing when I got into network marketing, there was no such thing as 9 and 3 posting. In fact, there was no social media posting. And so everything we did was sitting across someone at a coffee shop. It was talking to someone at our kids' school. It was creating those relationships. And so one of the things that I loved was bringing people into my home. I loved hospitality. No one had, well, I call them Limu family dinners. I'm former Limu. I was original Limu. And I started this thing called Limu family dinners because I didn't know how else to build this. There's a tip for you. Go what comes natural to who you are and your gifts. What do you love? Do you love being in the gym? Do you love helping people? You're always in that physical manifestation of growth. then that's your place. Go into the place. Maybe it's your kid's school, maybe whatever it is. I mean, Brett will talk. He was a principal and he talked to the bus drivers when they were picking up kids. Go to your natural place where you're going to be able to communicate with people. So we did Limu family dinners, and sometimes nobody came, and sometimes 2 or 3 people would come. But I want to tell you, over a 15-month period of time of doing this, hear this, every single Sunday, everyone except for maybe Christmas, every single Sunday for 15 months, I invited people into our home for a potluck dinner. Are you from the South? Anybody from the South? Do you know what potlucks are? They're just everybody brings a dish. Like it's not jazzed up people. This is paper plates, paper cups, water. It's not a big thing. But what we found is that when they came, we had the opportunity to break bread together in a community that was life-giving. And then we were able to do a presentation. We got out the whiteboard, folks. This is like old school. I know. Like what we do now is, I think, so much easier than what we had to do. But if you're willing to do more than just post 9 and 3, if you really want to change the trajectory of your family and your finances, I want to encourage you to sit down with your leadership team, sit down with 2, 3 other people and say, how can we make this work? And so that's what Julie and I are doing today. That's why we came in early. We're here for the leadership summit, which we're so honored to be at. So grateful for our teams that helped us get here. I want you to sit down and come up with some vision boards. Okay, that's one of the things I'm going to have Julie talk about what we've got coming up on the 18th. But we are going to do some vision casting for our team, coming up with some vision boards. Dr. Crystal Vance gave me a website that I think it was Vizzy Crystal. If you're on, you'll have to put it in the chat. But just some tools to help you to create these visions of where you want to go with your business. And then if you want to really go big, you do it all, folks. Here's your gold. You do it all. You do the posting, you do one-on-ones, you do drop talks, you do customer appreciations. You sit down with a calendar. That's what we're doing right now. We're sitting down with a calendar and saying, okay, when are we going to bring people into our home or online to teach them to do the business presentation, right? How many here on here you don't even have to put a 1 in the chat, has never done a business presentation with your phone? Do you know how to do it? Do you know how to screenshot this and share it? Do you know how to actually talk to somebody on your phone and pull up a business presentation where they can watch what you're doing? A lot of people, I would say the majority of us, don't even know how to do that. So if you can grab your team, sit down and teach them some of these tools, give them the confidence, have them get up there and do a presentation. And then like 3 or 4 people can give them feedback. These are such practical things. They're not the big out on the stage, shiny, sparkly, but I'm telling you, in 13 years of doing this business, this has made me more income than anything else I have done, anything else I've ever done. When I get in front of people, I share the presentation and we sit down and script out what the next 6 months is going to be. So what is the first way to get started with that? So Julie, why don't you talk about what we are launching on the 18th?
Sure. Yeah. So, here's the thing that I want to say. You two have been in the business for what, 15 years, you said 13 years, something like that, right? So you have weathered the ups and downs. When I first came in and at the end of that first year where come out huge success. And then of course my business slows down and everything's slowing down. And I'm going, uh-oh, this is what I heard about, And so you just get nervous or whatever. What you guys have really taught me was don't let my past wins or my losses dictate my consistency in activities and in action in my
Yes.
mindset. And so, I didn't even care about whether Brent, you're so good at that, right? Just put your old trophies under the bed and you start the year day one, zero, right? You start right from zero. And that helps me to be consistent. So if somebody's looking at me, they're not saying, oh, she must be having a bad year because she's, or she's having a good, whatever it is, I'm consistent. And so my very first thing that we want to do is make sure our team is also starting out consistently with a proper mindset, but with an action plan, and also making sure that the newer ones are trained. I've got Amy Hindley on here, and I know she's like, what are you talking about, presentation? Well, that's what we're going to train people on, right? And give them the opportunity. So we have boards training that's coming up. So we have a little workshop that's coming up. Boards training, we have presentations, we have event planning, and we have something else. What is it? Well, whatever the four are. And we just rotate people around. And so, back office. Thank you, Brenda.
Yes.
And we've got other leaders, right, who are good at this, like Brenda Carlton, like Marcia, like Amy Rickman, who are going to be participating. Get your people to participate in training others and rotate people around. It doesn't have to take much time. People just bring food. But you know what? It gives everyone the idea of, hey, there are things that I need to do, the activities that I need to do, but you go back to the fundamentals. We're not talking about
Yes.
something crazy. Like, don't go
Mhm.
and invent some new thing. You just have to do the old thing
It's true.
well. And it
Yes.
goes back to going back to the body balance challenge. We kind of let our body slack, right? We know what to do. We take the drops, we do the approved food plan, and we move our body. Go back to that. And you know what? Things will follow, right? So that's what my encouragement is. And we are so blessed that we have the opportunity to go to this leadership summit. And you know what? The top leaders of the world are doing this. They are vision casting, vision planning, vision
Yes.
boarding. That's what we're going to be doing, and presenting our vision boards at our meeting, just kind of sharing our vision board. We have to go back to our whys, even the top leaders. Then we're going to be looking at our activities of this past year. What did we do? How many activities did we do? Where did we go? What events did we go to, right?
Yes.
And then third of all, looking at your business. If you are not going back to your past year and looking at where it went well and where you could be doing better, then you don't have a business that you actually care about. So that means
That's right.
I'm kind of whooping your butt, but I'm saying go back there and take a look at your numbers, okay? Plot it out and then project. What do you want to see in the future? It doesn't have to be pie in the sky, but give yourself a little push. Make it a little bit scary. Get out of your comfort zone a little bit, because, and I have projections that I really want to hit. If you don't have anything to aim at, you're not going to aim at, you're not going to get anything.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
So you'll
That's
hit
right.
it. If you aim for nothing, you'll hit it. so
Oh,
so
Yeah.
I know, and I keep going on and on, but those are my, coming from somebody who's relatively still new. I just want to encourage everyone, don't get lost in all of these other things. Go back to the basics, but you've got to do the activity and do it consistently now. Happy New Year.
well, Happy New Year to you guys. And I mean, this is coaching points. I had a thank you, Tammy. Thank you, Julie, both for taking time out of your night and coming on. And guys, we live
Absolutely.
in such a busy world. One thing
Yeah.
about Zoom sometimes it's like we got to get it in 30 minutes. Guys, I've got a good buddy of mine. He's been $1 million earner every year in another network marketing company. New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, they had a conference. They had a 48-hour mastermind during New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. And sometimes we're so in a hurry, if it can't get all done in an hour or 30 minutes, and it's like we're we're dealing with our lives here. We're dealing with our kids' lives, our grandkids' lives. Like, slow down to speed up. And as I end tonight, I just want to challenge you, and thank you, Tammy. Thank you, Julie, for that. And I want to challenge you, and I'm going to pull this back up, and I'm going to walk you through just really quick. You all have different systems, okay? But I want to remind you that if we'll scroll up, Andrew, really quick, that if I enroll a new brand partner, there is a free You don't have to use this, but there is a free avatar out there called Coach BP that is dealing with the drops, that walks them through, that gets them plugged into the circle of health, that literally steps them through, that you can have. It costs you nothing. It's zero. It's free. It is a tool. And here's what I would tell you. If you have a system right now, when you get a new brand partner on board, keep using it. But if you don't, I would highly recommend to have a tool to onboard people. Okay. And then once I get them onboarded and they start selling drops and they start selling to customers, I would highly recommend to have a customer nurture. We have one now. We have a customer nurture campaign. I'm watching it work. I'm watching customers go through it. I'm watching them buy other products while they're going through it. It's working. The question is, are you leveraging it? It's there for you to leverage if you choose. And then the third thing is when you get people to Ultimate, the world out there don't know how to scale their social media. Todd Rowland was laying out, there's a lady that has sold 1,000 boxes of drops in 90 days here at Partner Co. She just enrolled 90 days ago, or maybe a month ago. Maybe it was in 1 month she sold 1,000 boxes. She does it all. Don't judge yourself. Think about this. What if it was your recruit, that you recruited somebody like that? You'd be really proud, wouldn't you? So here's the deal. But she's doing all of it. Echo Hub is designed that once you get to Ultimate, you can scale your social media. It's an app on the App Store that's there for you to use, and we train on it. Another thing we have coming, and I know I'm running over just a few minutes, and I'm going to give you this checklist, but at the end, we also have a website coming. We have a website coming that will have everything in one spot. So if you go, I need training on Echo Hub, go to this. I need to know about Coach BP, go right here. I need to know about the customer, right here. Everything. I need to book a consultation with Coach Brent Palmer. It's there. Click on the link and book a consultation, right, with your team. Everything will be there. And so this is going to be an amazing tool to put everything in one spot, and we will do lives. And I will bring industry people into this, laying in training, competency builders, things that's going to level up your game. All right here, we will do that. So that will soon be coming. Guys, I'm not playing around with tools and leveraging AI. I will leverage AI. I will leverage tools. We will have zero excuses for being able to duplicate in our organization. Zero. So last thing I want to tell you, and I want to bring Andrea Rosser on to close this. I would not, highly recommend, try not to leave. I know I'm running over a few minutes. I sat down through the weekend and I thought, what am I doing right now? What is Brent Palmer doing? Like you're getting right here, you're getting what I'm doing. And this leadership checklist, to me, it's standards to live by. It's actions to execute. I hope they're not coming for me if you can hear the sirens. Can you hear the sirens? Okay. I promise I didn't do anything bad this weekend. Standards to live by, actions to execute, and results to earn. Guys, the results will take care of themselves if we put the action in place. If you'll take that link and you'll go connect and you'll go move the needle and then put people on three-way calls, put people on Zooms, and connect with one of your uplines, results are going to happen. So here's the thing. I'm not going to read through all this, but I highly recommend. First of all, you can't go into 2026 without a vision for your year. I'm going to end with Andrea Rosser on the vision. Then you got to have daily leadership habits. Like, I work my business even when my motivation's low. I schedule my business before my distractions. Guys, all excuses are equal. We all have kids. You got grandkids, you got spouses, you got a busy life. And guess what? It's always going to be busy. So you got to schedule your business before your distractions. And you got to compete with the calendar. You got to follow up with your customers and your brand partners. I mean, your potential prospects when it's uncomfortable. You got to go after the people that are bigger than you in your community. The bankers, the lawyers, the people. You think they need money? They're your best. You got to do passive IPAs and active to get to the big money. You got to master the fundamentals. Guys, you have to recruit new people. And it needs to start in January. And the company is going to run things in the month of January. And I'd highly recommend hit the pinnacle of it. Not for them, but for you and what you're going to do. There's people that call themselves full-time that does not do 5 presentations a week. You can't even call yourself part-time if you don't do 5 presentations a week. There's people that's like, well, I don't do 5 presentations. Well, you're not even part-time. Think about that. You got to analyze yourself. 5 presentations a day is full-time. That's a person taking it serious to get to the big money. You got to figure out where you're at right here. Skill development. Like, look at this culture and energy. Like, check these boxes off for you and your team. Personal growth, accountability and consistency. What about long-term leadership? Are you in this thing for a year? Are you in it for years? Like how long are you in this thing? So I would sign it. I would date it. I would take it serious. So I'm going to pan out. I'm going to end the call. And I'm going to ask Andrea Rosser, and she's going to be very uncomfortable to unmute. But I want to challenge you to do this. This checklist is yours. We'll put this checklist out there. You can use it. I would highly recommend to make notes and take it serious. The ball's in your court to do that. But I believe without a clear plan for 2026, if you could highlight yourself, Andrea, please. I, hello.
Hi.
So thank you. And thank you for putting all this together. Please give Andrea a shout out in the comments. Like many are not, on here is not on her team. She doesn't make any money from doing that, but she's there serving. And that's, money always follows service, always. And Andrea's been here for just like Tammy over 15 years and has a large business and makes a lot of money here. But I want to end tonight by saying this: vision and direction for 2026. Are you clear on why 2026 matters to you? And I'm going to ask Andrea to speak on this. So everybody looks at why they do this industry. And have you ever heard the analogy, dig my well before I'm thirsty? Well, I'm going to choose. I called Andrea just a few days ago and I said, all the things that we talk about in this industry, you're getting to live it. And I'm so proud of you because you are someone's hero today. And it's her sister. And she's in California right now. And this industry and hard work and dedication and going through ups and downs and fighting through it has allowed her to step in a time where her sister needs her the most. And I want to challenge each and every one of you. You know, we talk about our whys, we talk about our stuff. There's someone waiting for you in the future that you're going to have an opportunity here because of Partner Co, because of your hard work ethic, because you went and recruited people, because you fought through difficulty, discomfort, because you were in network marketing and lost it and decided to go build it again, decided to reinvent yourself, decided to kick all the trophies under the table. You decided to step up. And because of that, there will be someone in your life, in your future, that you're able to step in and be their hero. You never know who that person is. It breaks my heart because I can picture someone in my life. Maybe it's my son Peyton one day. Maybe it's my daughter Mackenzie. I had a mentor that it was his daughter one day at 21 years old. But because he prepared, he was able to step in and be her hero. When there was other parents with the same issue that wasn't able to step in and be their kid's hero because they hadn't prepared. I'm telling you right now, I will not stop working this industry because there will be a future person in my life that I can step in and be the hero of because I prepared. I don't know who that is for you, but I challenge you because it takes work, it takes effort, it takes commitment, it takes tenacity, it takes sitting on a Zoom and going, it's over an hour. But I want to close with this, Andrea. You're the hero of this story because you worked your butt off for this industry and you still continue to work your butt off for Partner Co. Can you share as we close? She had no clue, and I hope you're not mad at me, but I think it's powerful because had you not, you wouldn't have been able to be the hero. 15 years ago, maybe you couldn't have been the hero, but 2025, all year long, you've stepped in and you've been the hero. And that's what will make someone do this checklist. That's what will make someone leverage their calendar. Could you speak on that as we close? And
Well, I
thank
will
you.
do my best. I will do my best. And we're going to love you no matter what, even though this is, you know. So, first of all, the checklist. Everybody's asking, it will be up in Telegram. So you'll be able to grab it, you'll be able to download it, print it in black and white because I accidentally made it so the whole thing's color. So I apologize. Don't waste your ink. Print it in black and white. But Coach reminded me of something today. Maybe this week. I don't know if it was today. But he talked about a moment when I couldn't be my own hero. So, I just want to give you guys a glimpse into the roster family. So, I was driving my car and I shouldn't have been because it needed new brakes, but I could not afford new brakes. So, we were just rocking it as long as we could until we couldn't. And I actually was on the phone with Brent Palmer when some words came out of my mouth that were not words that we're going to share on here, but it was the moment when I no longer could stop my vehicle. Okay. And so we got out, we got it taken care of through a hero. But I was in a place where I could not provide for myself, for my family. And that is what started me in this industry because I needed grocery money. Um, I was behind on my mortgage. I was terrified. Okay. I'd been out of work for a year, blah, 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 blah. Now, fast forward 15 years later. And yes, we've worked and we've played and we've been blessed and we've had a million things. We've put a lot of heart and blood and sweat and a whole lot of tears, if you guys know me, into building a beautiful business through just locking arms and phenomenal mentor and all of the things, right? And it did change every aspect of our life. And I really thought it was to provide for my kids. I really thought that it was because I wanted more for them than what I had. And that I really thought it was all about options. If you guys ask me, I'll tell you my love language is options. If you were in Puerto Rico or in Utah with me before, I told you why options are so important to me, and I really thought that was my why. But I didn't realize I was digging a well so that I could step in at a time that is devastating for our family in so many ways. It's January. Guess what January means for a cancer patient? It means brand new deductibles, right? It doesn't like it's new year, new you. No, it's new year, new bills. And I'm able to be here and to help and to do things that I never ever wanted to do. And I'm so grateful I'm in a place. So, yeah, you know what, guys? This business is beautiful. This industry is amazing, but it's also can be really hard on our heart and our spirit. It can be tough for so many reasons. But I'm going to tell you, as a person that feels incredibly blessed and grateful, it's so worth it. It's incredibly worth it. So, regardless of where you are, like I would recommend today is to go focus this year on spreading the love. Go spread the love. And what do I mean by that? And coach, I know this is not exactly, but I'm just going to be quick. But go love on your team, whether it's one person or 1,000 people or 1,000,000 people. I don't know your team, but go love on them. They trusted you. They joined you. They wanted something here. So go love on them. Go help them get what they're looking for, right? Go love on the people in your life that you know that might need this. Nobody knew I couldn't put brakes on my car. It was a pretty little car, right? Nobody knew. Nobody knew that I was broke. We didn't know what was going to happen in our family. Nobody knows. So you don't know what's happening in those people's lives. So go love them enough to share PartnerCo with them because this is a blessing. And then go love on your customers. There's nothing more important than our health. Nothing. And we have health in our hands here with PartnerCo. So go love people enough to open your mouth and share what we have our hands on, because we do have something really phenomenal. So thank you. I mostly
You
got through
did?
it. I'm
No, no,
shocked.
no. And I
Uh,
didn't even, you know, as we end, I didn't bring it up ahead of time because at the end of the day, like this is a business. This does take work. It takes effort. It takes you like we have to schedule, we have to fill up our calendar, right? I used to get to my mentor and give him the calendar at the end of the month. It couldn't be blank. That would be embarrassing. So I filled it up. But at the end of the day, when you step up in front of somebody and you're their hero, maybe you've already done that in life. There's going to be another chance. I told Andrea, I bragged on her. I said, "You're her hero. God put you here for a reason, and He's letting it pay off and shine right now." I'm going to do something I never do. I'm going to pray us out of here tonight. But I want to challenge you to take it serious. You can get off, you cannot print it off, you cannot, or you can go, you know what? I'm going to make 2026 special because there's people in my future counting on me. Could be my kids, could be my grandkids, could be somebody I don't even know yet that's going to come into my life. And because of this industry, I'm going to be able to step up. I'm going to be able to be their hero. So, congratulations, Andrea. Proud of you. Guys, let's end. I'm going to pray over you. Very seldom do this, but I just feel it tonight. I know it was longer, but I don't know about you, but this was an amazing call for me. I am honored and privileged and excited to run into 2026 with each and every one of you. and I wish you the most success. And at the end of 2026, we'll be right here cheering you on to do it again. Let's say a quick prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for all the many blessings. Dear Lord, I just praise you first of all. Give all honor and glory to you. We know where everything comes from. Dear Lord, I also just want to say thank you for bringing this family of people into my life and allowing me to walk alongside them, changing other people's lives, helping people with their health, helping people with their finances, to be better in their families, to be better in their churches and their benevolence in other areas of the life that people don't see. Dear Lord, just thank you for all that you've given us. Thank you for bringing the people that we have and the people that are coming. Dear Lord, we know through you everything's possible. Thank you. Give us a home in heaven someday. In Jesus Christ's name we pray. Amen. Guys, I love you. We're going to have an amazing 2026 together. God bless you. Have a great night.